To start Madden 22, I've been running almost exclusively match coverage. I feel like match is the single best coverage to base your scheme around. It is going to consistently allow you to get the most stops in this game where defense can feel next to impossible at times. But if there's one key I have found to actually improve your match coverage and your defense overall, it is to actually play less match coverage. So what do I mean when I say play less to make it better? Well, if we were always sitting in cover 4 quarters or cover 4 palms, it makes it much easier for our opponent to dial up match coverage beaters. So even though I think these are the best coverages in the game, there's weaknesses to every defense. So we really need to change up our defensive calls and make our opponent second guess what defense we are in when they get to the line of scrimmage. How we are going to accomplish this is having multiple defensive looks that all look the exact same. This will allow us to confuse our opponent and he will be unsure if we're playing our match coverage, if we're playing a spot drop zone coverage, or if we're bringing a blitz. Also, for this whole scheme, we are going to have base align on. This is also really going to help us disguise our coverage and make everything look the same. So today we're going to be continuing my multiple defensive scheme out of the New England Patriots playbook. And we're really going to break down 3 different defenses. The first one we're going to go over is our cover 4 quarters and our cover 4 palms. Now these are going to be our backbone of our defense and our main defensive looks we are going to stick in. I've already done extensive breakdowns on how exactly cover 4 quarters and cover 4 palms work. So if you guys really want to understand this defense, you guys need to check those videos out after this one is over. So today I'm just going to be giving a quick rundown showing you how I like to, run these match coverage defense and how effective they can be. Then our 2 change-ups we're going to be going over today are cover 3 buzz press and nickel blitz 2. Cover 3 buzz press is my go-to change-up defense when I want to throw a drop zone against my opponent when they're consistently going to match coverage beaters. And then this nickel blitz 2 is going to bring an absolutely screaming 4-man pass rush. You are going to get crazy pressure while only bringing 4, and I cause so many turnovers when I run this defense because you are really going to confuse your opponent on the back end while only rushing 4. Now really how I like to break down the amount of times I call each one of these coverages is my goal is to have it about 50% running my match coverage, either quarters or palms, all depending on formations, things like that. I go over all of that in my really in-depth breakdowns of those 2 coverages. Then about 25% of a spot drop zone, like the cover 3 buzz press that we're going over today. And then about 25% bringing a blitz, bringing some heat, and really putting pressure on our opponent. Then I have also already released a user blitz out of this nickel 245. Then I have broken down how to use these match coverage defenses to stop gun bunch and trips tight end. Now if you want to see those videos, those are up on my membership page. So if you want to see how to take this defense to the next level, click the join button down below, or I will link it down in the description also. Okay, so let's get into this cover 4 quarters and cover 4 palms. I have some gameplay. I'm going to show you how well this defense can work. So here we are coming out in our match coverage. And whenever I play match coverage, I like to use one of these 2 safeties. Now I'm going to just quickly touch on a lot of this stuff, but I really can't say it enough. Go watch those cover 4 quarters, cover 4 palms videos, and I do such an extensive breakdown and showing you all the different checks, all the different adjustments we do to really take these, match coverage defenses to the next level. One big key I really like, guys, is I like to throw hard flats on the field. It all depends on formation, but I really love to play hard flat, and I like to use one of these back safeties. And now what match coverage is it's zone coverage that, depending on the routes downfield and the offensive alignment, is going to switch to man coverage on the back end. So right here, they come out in a trips to the one side. So I really like palms against trips. And really, when we see a trips, we're going to be free on this backside safety to really just help them whatever we see is getting open. So right here, we have a route underneath. We have this backside post kind of coming over the middle of the field. So as a user, I'm going to kind of help in there. We look here, guys, there's really nothing open. And he sees this check down here and he tries to get it in underneath, and our hard flat steps right in front. Okay, now we have a bunch look. So once again, I go over on my membership page how exactly I like to stop bunch with our cover 4 match defenses. But right here, once again, we're going to use our safety. We're always going to use our safeties when we're playing match coverage. We got a little play action fake. We have a crosser here. We have hard flats here. We have this player getting vertical. He's taken away. And then we have a comeback route on this side. So look at this. There is nowhere for them to go with the ball. So they try to force it into the comeback right here. We have acrobat on this defender and we get a diving interception. Okay, here we have a trips look again. Once again, we're going to use this backside safety. We're come down in the box. We're basically free here. We have this crosser going out there. We have another crosser here going to our help in the hard flats. We have this player running a post. We have double coverage on the outside there. Really, there's just nothing open. You maybe could have tried to push it down the field here, but that player's running there. As the user, I see this post kind of coming deep on my side, so I'm going to help there. Then I come down, and there's just really nothing open, and we're able to get the hit in the backfield and force an incompletion. Okay, here it is once again. Now I'm going to use this front side safety right here. Just basically, we're free in this position. We're looking for anything coming across the field, and we notice this deep crosser. You're going to see deep crossers, deep posts a ton. They are things that can beat match coverage. So here I see one. I'm helping our player here. We're beat a little bit, but we have 2 players meeting at the football here, and we're able to get a knockout. Okay, here it is again. We're waiting. We see really our responsibility on this play is this player running a crosser, but he's going to our help. So we're going to let him go across the field, and we see a deeper crosser coming here. So we're actually going to leave that player and come on this crosser, and we're able to get a user pick. So when you get good at match coverage, you're going to know where your help is. You're going to let players go, shallow to your help, and you're going to be able to take away those deeper routes and confuse your opponent and get picks. Okay, here it is, 2x2, a little bit of a heavier set. So our responsibility here is one of these tight ends. If they go vertical, they're staying into block. So now we are free, and we're looking at these 2 players. We see a backside post that really burns our match coverage here, but now as the user, we recognize that. We go help this guy. We are in perfect position, and we're able to high point the football and go make a play. Okay, and then the last part of match coverage that is huge, guys, it's a very good run defense. So here we are in a nickel set. They have a very heavy personnel. It's 2 tight ends, 2 running backs. As the safety, a user, we're actually in a run fit on this play. So we're going to come downhill, fly downhill, help in the run, really spill these guys to the outside, and we just have 3 players here all combining for the tackle. So this match coverage is also going to be a very solid run D. Now we're going to go over our change up. That is going to be this cover 3 buzz press. Now this is really going to be nice to just we're running match coverage. Now we mix this in, and we're really going to throw our opponent off. So if you guys are ever running this, guys, we want to always run it out of a cover 3 buzz. What that means, guys, is that means a linebacker is going to play the flats as opposed to a sky. If you ever see cover 3 sky, that means a safety is playing the flats. If we see cover 3 buzz, that means a linebacker is going to the flats. That is really going to help us, because now one of those safeties that we like to use in our cover 4 defense, now he is going to be playing a hook, and we can just use that player in the middle of the field, which I really like, and we're going to keep 2 safeties high. So let's go take a look. I have gameplay, and I'm going to show you the adjustments I like and really how this can help throw our opponent off. All right, so we get down in the field, and if we look pre-snap, guys, this is going to look the exact same as our cover 4 match defenses. It's going to be 2 safeties high, corners off. We're at 4 linemen in the middle of the field, and what this is going to allow us to do is really just confuse our opponent. Are they running their cover 3? Are they bringing a blitz? Are they bringing match coverage? And then, like I said before, one of our safeties is actually going to be in a hook curl. So right here I'm on this safety, but you're going to see at the snap, so I switch over to this safety, and now our responsibility is just going to be, we're going to be a robber in the middle of the field. We're going to help on crossers, help anything in the middle of the field. We see anything open, we are going to go there. The other thing I like to do, I'm just going to rewind it a little bit, is I like to play hard flats about 90% of the time if I call this cover 3 buzz press coverage, because I just want to take away anything quick to the flats. I want to make them look for things deeper down the field, let our pass rush come home, and as a user, we're going to be helping on corner routes and helping in the middle of the field. So right here we go. We are completely free in the middle of the field here, guys. So we have a play action fake, and now we have, our cover 3 going back. And another thing with this, guys, is this cover 3 is really going to help take away a lot of those routes that people like to call when they're attacking match coverage. They like deep posts down the field to attack match coverage. So they have a deep post here, guys, and we see, okay, he thinks this is going to be open, but what is actually happening is we have a cover 3 corner that is just going to get underneath that. So now we have double coverage here. The backside safety is able to high point the football, but now we're double teaming that post with a player coming underneath it. Against match coverage, that is probably going to be singled up back there. So this is just a great way to throw a curveball at our opponent. Okay, here we go again. We're going to user this player, and now we're just going to come back down into the box, and this player is going to roll into the middle of the field. We see here we have a crossing route, we have deep posts. So these deep posts against match coverage can give us trouble. 2 posts against match, that can give us issues. But now these posts are just running right to these deep blue defenders. That is going to take that away. We have hard flats on the field, so that is going to take away the running back. So now is the safety in the middle of the field the user. Now we're going to take away crosser. We have pressure in the quarterback's face. He tries to throw it to the flats, an awful throw, and we just get a pick 6 right there. So here it is again, pre-snap. Look, 2 safeties back. This looks identical to our cover 4, but we are going to roll down into the box right here. So now as the user, we're being super aggressive, right? We have hard flats on the field. Right here we see a quick slant right here, and we see our other hook curl running to the wide side of the field. So as the user, I'm getting aggressive on this slant. I read the quarterback's eyes, and we dive in front, and we almost make the play. Okay, here it is again, both safeties back. Now I'm going to go over this later, but I like to be, when I call this cover 3 and I'm using this safety, I like to be super aggressive in the run, because I know I have nothing deep behind me. I don't have to worry about, you know, people bombing me if I play super aggressive. So right here, I see play action. I'm firing down to the running back. So I do that. You think, oh, now you're out of position, but no, I'm playing a hook curl in the middle of the field. So now I see a post coming up here, and I'm just going to rob underneath that post, take it away. He's also going to the safety, so it wouldn't even have mattered. You know, get underneath that for a really nice user pick. Okay, then lastly, like I said, in this cover 3, we're going to be super aggressive coming down to the run. So as soon as I see the run action here, guys, I'm coming down like a bag of hammers, because I know I don't have anything deep. I can always get back in position if it is play action. So we're going to come down, and we're going to fill in the run right away. There we read the running back, come down, and we get him for like a 2-yard gain. Okay, then last we're going to go over this nickel blitz 2. This is going to be a really nice 4-man pressure. This is not even really a blitz. We're rushing 4, and we're going to have a really nice coverage on the back. Okay, so let's go into the adjustments for this setup. I'm going to kind of show you how it works, then we'll get into the gameplay. Okay, so for this setup, guys, like I said, for this whole defense, we want our auto alignment to base. That is going to make everything look pretty much the same and just keep everyone in a similar spot. Then our setup, we always want to slant our D line, not shift them, just slant them to the same side as our nickel. And we want to take the D end to the opposite side of the nickel, and we want to put him on a bluff blitz. Now this is actually going to put him in a 3-rec hook, and he's going to drop in and take, you know, crossers, hooks in the middle of the field. So that is all you need to do to make this, you know, 4-man pressure come in basically. Now the optional adjustments we can make is I like to put our user in a blitz. Now the user is actually going to be the linebacker that walks down. We are going to user this player. You don't have to put him in a blitz. I think it just works a little bit better. Then the last optional thing we can do is we can shade up and down. That'll put our outside corners in either hard flats or, you know, cloud flats, but I honestly really like to leave them in their soft squats. You guys want to know how soft squats exactly work? I break it down in my cover 6 video. If anyone wants to see that video as well to really learn about soft squats, leave a comment down below and I can link that to you as well. Okay, let's go look at some game plan. I'm going to show you how quick this 4-man rush can come in. Okay, so this is really what the setup is going to look like now. Like I said, this is a 4-man rush. So this D tackle is going to come, this D tackle is going to come, this D end is going to come, and then our nickel is going to come. That is 4 players. This player's in a bluff blitz, so he's going to come for like half a step. He's going to get out. Then as the user, we are also going to come for 2 steps. Then we are going to get out. So what we're going to do is we are just trying to rush at the guard. We're trying to engage with the guard for half a second. Then we are trying to bail. That is all we have to do. Now, I like to put this player on a blitz because it's just going to help us engage better. So if we leave him on a zone, when he snaps the ball, we're going to start dropping back. But if we have him on a blitz, our user, he's going to engage, then we can get out. Right here, guys, how this is going to work is our nickel is going to come free off the edge. Now, we're only rushing 4, so this isn't going to come in every time. But if we set it up right and we actually engage here, he's going to come in free off the edge, and then we're going to have 7 players out in coverage. So let's take a look here. We're going to always user this player that walks down. And one other thing I forgot to mention, we have a linebacker dropping down beside the D tackle on this play. So that is going to give you a little bit of a giveaway for our opponent. Oh, they're running quarters, they're not running their cover 3. But in an upcoming video, I'm going to show you exactly how we disguise our blitzes and really make them look the same as our coverages. So right here, it's going to look a little bit different, but we have another blitz coming on the way that is going to look identical to our quarters and cover 3. Let's run it. And right here with this user, guys, we are just going to come up field and we just want to engage with the guard. See that? We're there for half a second, then we are going to get out. That is going to give this nickel time to come free across the edge, and the guard and tackle are not going to be able to get out there in time. Then as the user, guys, we are just looking for anything quick over the middle of the field. So we have a quick hitter here, quick hitter here, but the QB has to recognize that right away, guys. He doesn't, and we get unbelievably quick pressure in the backfield. Like, that is 4-man rush, 1, 2, 3, 4, and we get to him like that. He can't even get the ball away. Okay, here it is again, and I actually didn't blitz my user on this play. I actually don't do it a lot in this footage. I kind of found it late after I'd been recording a lot that it works better. So you're gonna see you don't have to blitz that player, but it does work a little bit better. So right here, we're on Polamalu this time. It's gonna be the exact same thing. We want to engage guard right away, right there, half a second, then get out. That is it. You want to hold him for half a second, then the DN is going to be engaged with the tackle, and that is going to allow our nickel to come in free. Look at him just screaming off the edge there. Then as the user, we're dropping back. We're just looking for anything hot over the middle. We look here, nothing open. That player's covered. That player's covered. We're taking these two players in the middle of the field. The QB just has to hold the ball, hold the ball. Look, there is nothing there, guys. He maybe could have thrown there, but he's got to recognize that. We have a blitz coming in right at him, and as the user, we almost get a lurk right there. And I really love this, guys, because it causes a ton of confusion on the back, and so many people dropping out, coming. It really forces our opponent to make a ton of mistakes. I get so many picks running this blitz. So right here, it's going to be the same thing. We're going to engage for half a second. There we don't even engage, but we just want to make the guard stick for a second. We see our nickels coming free. He blocks his running back here. So because he blocks his running back, he's able to pick it up, but that just means he has less players out in coverage. We're still only rushing 4. We have a ton of players on the back end. As the user, we're just out here trying to take anything quick away. And look at this, guys. There is nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to throw that late on the run, running away from pressure, and he throws it right to our soft squat, steps in front, goes the other way for a pick 6. Okay, here it is again, empty this time. Once again, blitz. See how I don't have that blitz on, so the player kind of takes a step back instead of coming forward right away. I'm going to tell you guys, it helps a ton if you come forward first, then back up. But we hold that player long enough. Our nickel is coming through absolutely free. So I just want to look here, guys. Look what is open. There is nothing open on this side of the field. The user is taking this player here, and then even if you look here, that looks to a QB like it could be open, but this is actually a soft squat, so he's actually going to rob that if he tries to throw it. So he does, and he tries to throw into double coverage on the backside because we're just rushing him. He doesn't know where to go with the football, and we step right in front. But once again, we have 7 players dropping in coverage. We have that nickel screaming off the edge, and we force him into an awful mistake. Okay, then one more time, guys, same thing. This is Gun Bunch this time. Come up, engage with the guard, then we're dropping off. Look at our nickel coming in totally free. Now look on the back end, nothing open. Everything is taken away. There's bodies just flying everywhere. He sees this drag late, but we have our vert hook coming down, stepping in front for another pick 6. Once again, go check out my membership page. Click the join button down below if you really want to unlock this defense and use it to its full potential. And then if you guys want to see exactly how I set up my personnel and abilities, and I go over everything that is on the way for this scheme, you need to watch this video right here.